Right, welcome back. A new poll shows that fears are rising among members of the Muslim community following the attack on the Islamic Center of San Diego last month. Now, local mosques and Muslim organizations are requesting millions in funding from Governor Newsom for increased security and counseling. Tazeen Nizam, Executive Director of CAIR San Diego, joins us now to weigh in. So first, I really want to start, talk a little bit about your reaction when you heard this local poll and how it makes you feel as part of CAIR California.
Unfortunately, the poll is not surprising. We have seen the rising numbers of Islamophobia, the number of hate incidences and hate crimes happening against Muslims across the nation. So I wouldn't say that I'm utterly surprised.
And talk a little bit, because I know right after the shooting occurred here at the Islamic Center in San Diego, it was announced that the state gave $325 million to faith-based nonprofits. None of those were Muslim-based. What was your reaction to that?
It's a little surprising because Muslim organizations have been applying for the grant funding. The numbers that were released and the organizations that did released that application process had begun last year, and these numbers and the names of these organizations were released incidentally around the same time that the shooting happened. But the application process of that had been a whole 6 to 8 month period where people apply and then wait to hear back. And no Muslim organizations in San Diego were included in this funding cycle.
And so tell me, because you guys were actually denied a grant prior to the shooting, tell me about this new grant that you are requesting for $20 million and how you would use that money if you are able to receive it.
Since the grant cycle just ended and the names of the organizations that received it were released, the new grant cycle will start quite a few months later. Then the application process will start. People will do their security threats assessment. They will complete the whole application, submit it, and then there's a 6 to 8 month wait while we wait to hear back. In this time frame, while we're waiting for all of this stuff, the Islamic Center and Muslim organizations continue to be under threat, continue to face a possibility of a duplicate attack. We don't have the luxury of waiting for this. We are under threat. We are subject to a copycat. So hence the ask from the governor's office for additional funding while all of this unfolds.
And so what has the response from the office been? Have you heard back at all in your request for these funds?
Unfortunately, we have not heard back from the governor's office. We understand that, the state is going through a budget cycle. So we are waiting to watch if our requests, our asks are included in this budget cycle.
And so what happens now from your perspective? Obviously, as you await to find out what happens, like you said, this could be a lengthy process, even if they do approve your request for the $20 million. What do you feel needs to happen next, and what will happen as far as you're concerned in regards to the Islamic Center here in San Diego?
The state of California, our legislators, our governor, our administration, and our local law enforcement and other politicians do need to make a real life investment in the safety and security of the Muslim community. We are not going to be able to wait for all of this decision-making process and long, lengthy application process. We are under threat now. We need this decision now. We need the security and safety now. And also, there needs to be a real investment in the study of Islamophobia, dismantling anti-Muslim and anti-Arab hate, which is the root cause of such an incident.
I would imagine that you have already addressed concerns when it comes to security, that you have gone and put funds towards that since the shooting has occurred here in San Diego.
The Islamic Center has made significant improvements and investments in the security since the last few years. Since the New Zealand shooting, everybody was up in arms about security. So we've been making these adjustments, but unfortunately, these adjustments, these arrangements are not enough. There are other mosques across the county that don't have this infrastructure and safeguarding in place. They really need the support. They need to start building their defenses from way back. They're not at the place where Islamic Center of San Diego is. They need more support because they could be a possible threat. They could be a possible target to a threat, a copycat. We just last week on the anniversary of the 1 month anniversary of the shooting, we saw that there was a possible threat. Now, by the grace of God, this did not manifest into anything harmful, but there is a possibility from the rhetoric that we're seeing online, there is a possibility of a duplicate attack on the Islamic Center and other Muslim organizations as well.
Nazin, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time today. I'm sure we'll continue to have more conversations. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.